Good day, everyone. I am Regine Begaliposa, Section 1B, and I'm going to discuss Chapter 2, Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights contains civil and political rights of an individual. The Bill of Rights dictates the relationship of the individual and the government. This right may only be invoked against the government, not against private individuals. According to Article 3, Bill of Rights, Section 1, no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall any person be denied the equal protection of law. Section 2. The right of the people to be secured in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures of whatever nature and for any purposes shall be inviolable, and no search warrant and warrant of arrest shall issue except upon probable cause to be determined personally by the judge after examination under oath or affirmation of the complainant and the witnesses he may produce, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or the things to be seized. Section 3, Number 1. The privacy of communication and correspondence shall be inviolable except upon lawful order of the court, or when public safety or order requires otherwise as prescribed by law. Number 2. Any evidence obtained in violation of this or the preceding section shall be inadmissible for any purposes or any proceeding. Section 4. No law shall be passed abridging the freedom of speech, of expression, or of the press, or the rights of the people peaceably to assemble and petition the government of redress of grievance. Section 5. No law shall be made respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, the free exercise and enjoyment of religion, professions, and worships without discrimination or preferences shall forever be allowed. No religion test shall be required for the exercise of civil and political rights. Section 6. The liberty of abode and changing the same within the limits prescribed by law shall not be impaired except upon lawful order of the court. Neither shall the right of travel be impaired except in the interest of national security, public safety, or public health, as may be provided by law. Section 7. The right of the people to information on matters of public concern shall be recognized. Access to the official records and to documents and papers pertaining to official acts, transactions, or decisions, as well as the government searches data used to basis for policy development shall be approvable by citizens, subject to such limitation as may be provided by law. Section 8. The right of the people, including those employed in the public and private sectors, to form unions, associations, or societies for purposes not contrary to law shall not be abridged. Section 9. Private property shall not be taken for public use without just compensation. Section 10. No law impaired the obligation of contract shall be passed. Section 11. Free access to the court and quasi-judicial bodies and etiquette legal assistance shall not be denied to any person by any reason of poverty. Section 12, Number 1. Any person under investigation for the commission of an offense shall have the right to be informed of his right to remain silent and to have competent and independent counsel preferable by his own choice. If the person cannot afford the service of counsel, he must be provided with one. These rights cannot be waived except in writing and in the presence of counsel. Number 2. No torture, force, violence, threat, intimidation, or any other means which vitiate free will shall be used against him. Secret detention places, solitary, incommunicado, or other similar forms of detentions are prohibited. Number 3. Any confession or admission obtained in violation of this or Section 17 hereof shall be inadmissible in evidence against him. Number 4. The law shall provide for penal and civil sanctions for violations of this section as well as compensation and prohibition of victims of tortures or similar practices and their families. Section 13. All persons except those charged with offenses punishable by reclusion perpetua when evidence of guilt is strong shall, before conviction, be bailable by sufficient sureties, or be released and recognized as may be provided by law. The right to bail shall not be impaired, even when the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus is suspended. Excessive bail shall not be required. Section 14, number 1. No person shall be held to answer for a criminal offense without due process of law. Number 2. In all criminal prosecution, the accused shall be presumed innocent until the contrary is proved, and shall enjoy the right to be heard by himself and counsels, to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation against him, to have a speedy, impartial, and public trial to meet the witnesses face to face, and to have compulsory process to secure the attendance of witnesses and the productions of evidence in his behalf. However, after arrangement, trial may proceed notwithstanding the absence of the accused, provided that he has been duly notified and his failure to appear is unjustifiable. Section 15. The privilege of the writ of habeas corpus shall not be suspended except in cases of invasion or rebellion when the public safety requires it. Chapter 16. All persons shall have the right to be speedy disposition of their cases before all judicial or quasi-judicial or admissions bodies. Section 17. No person shall be compelled to be witness against himself. Section 18, number 1. No person shall be detained solely by reason of his political beliefs and aspirations. Number 2. No voluntary servitude in any form shall exist except as a punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted. Section 19, number 1. Excessive fines shall not be imposed, nor cruel, degrading, or inhumane punishment inflicted. Neither shall death penalty be imposed unless for compelling reasons involving heinous crime. The Congress hereafter provides for it. Any death penalty already imposed shall be reduced to reclusion perpetua. Number 2. The employment of physical, psychological, or degrading punishment against any prisoners or detainee, or the use of substandard or inadequate penal facilities under subhuman conditions shall be dealt with by law. Section 20. No person shall be imprisoned for debt or non-payment of a poll tax. Section 21. No person shall be twice put in jeopardy of punishment for the same offense. If an act is punished by a law and an ordinance, conviction, or acquittal under either shall constitute a bar to another prosecution of the same act. Section 22. No ex facto law of bail attainder shall be enacted. That's all. Thank you.